Hey, welcome back. So today the video is about friendships and relationships, how hard they are with somebody for bipolar, with bipolar or for bipolar. Both sides can be a difficult situation. I know in my relationships it's had some problems. I had a relationship where the first thing the person said is, without knowing, I want to see what's in your medicine cabinet. And I said, no, you don't. It's pretty full. And so he said, why? And I said, I've got bipolar. And we had a really, really good time. We went for dinner and we went to see a movie and then we went for a walk and everything was hunky-dory. And then the next day he ghosted me. And so this went on for a couple of days until I called because I wanted to know why. And I got told that he couldn't deal with somebody with a mental health illness and he's always promised himself that he wouldn't. So that was an issue that I had. But I've had other relationships that have gone the same similar kind of way. It's not been a good thing. So it kind of puts you off dating because you feel like that you're being interviewed and that you should sell yourself to them why it's a good idea to date you when you shouldn't have to. They don't need to sell themselves. You get to know what they are or who they are. Anyway, so my last couple of relationships that ended up straight away from the bat, I told them you need to order 3 books and read them before we can go on a proper date. And my first book is always Loving Someone with Bipolar Disorder, Julie Fast and John Preston. Mindfulness for Bipolar Disorder, William Merchant, and A Unique and Unquiet Mind, Kate Jemison. And that always reads, I advise people to read, whether you have bipolar or whether you know somebody with bipolar or whether you're trying to date somebody with bipolar. That kind of gets you an insight into the mind and how it works. It can be hard for friendships too. A lot of times when you know somebody has got something, you kind of throw it back in the face unintentionally. That's why sometimes I'll say or do something and somebody turns around and says, why are you being so bipolar? Like, that is the meaning of something, but they find it funny and I just don't find it funny. I would never say to a cancer patient why are you being so cancerous? It's just something that you just don't do to people, but people, you'll be surprised how many people do that. Also, I've been accused of, are you having a manic attack? Is this something going on? And if I do shopping on Amazon and it's a bit more than the average person would shop, I get told it's a manic situation, even though it's stuff that I really do need. It's not my 3 o'clock in the morning that a kayak sounds really good, even though I hate the ocean and I hate the beach because it's just full of sand. But guess what, I think I need a kayak, which I've nearly bought a kayak so many times that it's my go-to joke to myself when I get up at 4 in the morning and decide to go onto Amazon, and it's always my joke to myself is go and get a kayak. You could do with a kayak. Anyway, one of the things I do suffer from is sleep deprivation. I'm not good at sleeping. My pills are supposed to help me sleep. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But anyway, I digress. So when you're dealing with somebody with bipolar and you're trying to date them or just be their friends, please be patient with them. They're more guarded than you are, and they're more insecure than you think that they are, and they don't need to convince you why they should date them when you should be convincing them that you will be supportive to them. So anyway, this is my interpretation of relationships and friendships with somebody with bipolar and vice versa. Okay, thank you. Thank you for listening and listen to my yada yada yada. And I'll talk to you all soon, and you take care and be good and be kind to each other. Thank you. See you later. Bye.